Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Gayatri Persaud. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment during this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. Have you been feeling anxious, sad, or having nightmares lately? Experts say you may be experiencing trauma and grief from seeing images of mass shootings over and over again on television and social media. So far in 2022, there have been more than 245 mass shootings in the U.S. And many of the shootings have happened in places that we think of as safe, like an elementary school, hospital, church, and graduation party. Everyone's response to grief can be different. But trying to avoid grief can cause more anxiety. So experts say it's okay to feel the grief, but then do some self-care. For some, that may be exercise, while others may need downtime, and if you can, take a break from looking at video and pictures of the tragedies. Just breathe. Even for me, as a reporter for Sign1News, I have to take a break as well from all of the grief. While lawmakers on Capitol Hill are battling back and forth on gun reform laws, a new poll shows the differences between Republicans and Democrats is getting smaller when it comes to stricter gun laws. The USA Today IPSOS poll taken over the weekend found half of American Republicans now support tightening federal gun restrictions. That's an increase from 35% last year. Lawmakers are hoping the trend extends to Washington, D.C. House Democrats have expressed optimism that a deal for a gun reform bill could be reached soon. The internet is still buzzing after actor and Uvalde native Matthew McConaughey made a passionate plea. He made the plea to lawmakers in Washington, D.C. to do something about gun violence and gun control. He and his wife, Camilla, met with all of the victims' families and shared stories of all 19 victims in the White House press room. He also brought items belonging to the victims, including the shoes a little girl was wearing the day she died. Her body was so mutilated, it was the only way to identify her. Here's what he had to say.
Maite wore green high-top Converse with a heart she had hand-drawn on the right toe because they represented her love of nature. Camilla's got these shoes. Can you show these shoes, please? Wore these every day. Green Converse with a heart on the right toe. These are the same green Converse on her feet that turned out to be the only clear evidence that could identify her after the shooting. How about that?
Wow. I'm a mom with 3 kids, so that really hit me hard. Excuse me. A word of warning. The video in this story is graphic and may be disturbing to some viewers. New York police arrested a man for allegedly throwing a woman off a subway platform. NYPD tweeted video showing the Sunday attack. The crime happened very quickly. The video shows a man wearing a white tank top, khaki shorts, a backward baseball cap, and a backpack, grabbing a woman walking by and hurling her onto the subway tracks. Take a look. Police determined it was a completely random and unprovoked attack. Thanks to tips, police arrested 30-year-old Theodore Ellis. He was charged with first-degree assault. The 52-year-old victim is recovering at the hospital. Abortion rights protesters interrupted a church service at the megachurch of Joel Osteen in Houston. Here's the video. Two women stood up in the middle of the service, stripped off their dresses, and shouted, "It's my body, my effing choice." Under their clothes, the women were wearing white bras with a pair of green hands painted on them and what appeared to be blood smeared on their white panties. The women were quickly escorted out of the building. Osteen kept preaching the entire time. United Nations officials say a migrant caravan of more than 2,000 people are headed towards the U.S. from southern Mexico. The group is mostly people from Venezuela, but also include migrants from Nicaragua, Cuba, El Salvador, and Honduras. This caravan is protesting immigration policies. Under Mexican immigration laws, migrants often have to wait for several months with limited opportunities for work. It will take weeks before the group arrives at the U.S. southern border, and immigration experts say caravans like this typically shrink in size as the weeks go by. The next time you fly, take a close look at your flight attendants. You probably won't see any tattoos. Most airlines ban showing tattoos, but not Virgin Atlantic Airlines. Tattooed crew members for the British airline are now welcome to show off their ink while in uniform. Company execs say this week's update is part of its focus on inclusion and champion individuality. Over the years, many companies and organizations have loosened their restrictions on tattoos as well. Many police departments and military branches lifted the ban on tattoos to help increase hiring of new recruits. As you know, I'm a huge fan of tattoos. I love them. Let me show you a couple. And I actually just got a new tattoo this Sunday. My 3 kids, as you know, are very important to me. And I have 3 different flowers tattooed on my arm. I know you can't see it. It's hard to show. And now you see some of my tattoos. That really is a way to tell the story of my life, how I grew up. It's part of my identity. And we live in a war right now with so much loss and war, but if you look at my body, it's proof that I'm still alive. It really is more of a story timeline from my birth up until now. And it reminds me that I'm lucky to be here, to be still alive, that I am blessed. And it's my journey. And you know I'm an actor as well as a news anchor, and so I tend to have to cover up my tattoos. That's just an industry standard. But I'm curious. How would you feel if your favorite television news personality or movie star bared their tattoos while they were on the job? I'm just curious about your opinion on that. Would you like to see my tattoos while I'm on Sign1News? Thank you. Let us know what you think, and we'll share some of your thoughts in an upcoming broadcast. We would really appreciate that. Sign1News, we broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. Sorry, I'm so excited about discussing tattoos. My apologies. Sign1News will be broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. A reminder, Sign1News' Saturday virtual show is taking a break for the summer, but we will see you again in the fall. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. We really appreciate that. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone, and you can also watch on Roku, Amazon, and Apple TV. Have a great day. Have a great week.